Welcome to the Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Good morning and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We are live here and it's really, really, really pretty outside Seattle. Lovely. So a lot of things have been on my mind lately, Benny.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Uh-oh. Where do we begin?
But Benny doesn't like it when I talk politics.
That's not true.
Okay, well, maybe just the way I talk politics. Yeah.
Throw me under the bus.
Oh, no.
I'm just kidding. You don't.
I don't mean it in
No,
a
no,
negative,
no,
right? Like
no.
everybody gets to have their own opinion. But
Yes,
I'm curious about the 300,000 people that moved to Texas
there's
during
that.
COVID. I'm
There's
just curious.
that. Yeah, right.
Maybe they wanted to openly carry weapons. Because now you can do that in Texas,
The Wild West.
without a
Keeping it
permit,
real.
apparently.
Pew, pew, pew.
And maybe they didn't want to wear a mask. That could have been part of the reason why they moved to Texas. But did they want to not ever have an abortion? I mean, I don't know. I'm just curious of these people who moved from all over the country to Texas during the last 18 months, what their thoughts are about pro-choice. It'll be a very, very interesting scene when elections happen for the Senate and all of that next year. It's going to be really, really interesting.
Again, a Wild West. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout. Not that type of shootout.
Well, we hope not. We hope not. But
right.
Very interesting. And of course, our Supreme Court unfortunately supported the new law in Texas, which basically says any basic human being and lives in Texas can sue someone who gets an abortion or who helps them. Like the Uber driver who drives you to the clinic could be sued for $10,000. And you also have to pay for all their court costs. So it's very interesting. I just want to interview the people who recently moved there and see how they feel about this. I'm just
we actually
curious.
have a caller holding from Texas.
But
it's a possibility we could ask or not.
Yeah. And they
don't have to answer either.
Nobody has to answer,
no,
by the way.
They can just be like, no comment.
Yeah, right.
Super easy.
Yeah, you never have to play a part of my political disappointments. Right. Well, it's funny because anyone who was born after 1973 has only lived in the United States where we've had abortion rights, right? So all the people who were born after that time period, I'm sure are shocked and having slightly mini heart attacks because they've always had the choice, if they want to terminate a pregnancy with a safe medical procedure. Those of us who were born before that, we're not as shell-shocked. I mean, we're disappointed, but we remember, our mothers. My mother was a very strong protester, and she went to the University of Washington when we were quite young. Both of my parents did, and I protested a lot when I was a little kid on the university campus. So we'd have a stroller, and my siblings, and I was the oldest, so of course I understood more. But yeah, I've been in lots of protests. And then, didn't really protest until when we had the Women's March in Seattle, which was quite beautiful. Not sure what's going to happen when, moving forward, thanks to Texas, how people mostly women will protest. But it will be an interesting situation for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
And big inhale, everybody. And
good job, Vinny. That was lovely.
All right.
Okay. So should we take calls?
I'd love to.
All right. Let's do that.
877-825-8828 is the number for the Manuchehri Show. And let's start things off with Teresa calling in from the Lake Forest Park area, which is just South Seattle. So, hi, Teresa.
Hi. How are you?
We're good.
We're great. Thank you, Teresa. How are you?
I feel pretty good.
Yay. We love it. And isn't it gorgeous outside?
Oh my gosh. These are the days that, when you've lived in Seattle a long time, you're like, yes.
Yeah. Right.
This is why I'm here. And Lake Forest Park is actually north of Seattle.
That's true. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Got turned around
it's actually very close to me, like 10 minutes from my house at the most. In fact, did you know that St. Edward's Park had free music yesterday?
I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Wednesday evening?
Well, it's actually going to happen again on the 18th, which is Saturday. And it is evening. It's jazz. It was amazing. So maybe we'll see you at, right at the lodge where they built that gorgeous new hotel. Yeah. Well, they didn't build it; they just redid it because it used to be a seminary. But
no, I was actually hiking in the park 2 days ago.
Oh, great! So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes. So I think you would love it. Okay. So what can I do for you?
So I am a repeat caller. This is actually my second call in.
Well, thank you. And was it helpful before?
Yes, I've been doing the what if statement on self-worth and receiving.
Great job.
And and so it was interesting. This is a tiny story, but I'll keep it really tiny.
Okay.
Shortly thereafter, I ended up with sciatica nerve pain.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, which ended up being brilliant because it led me to a chiropractor who does cranial. Everything's cranial.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
And I had this huge release.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had tears coming down my eyes. I wasn't like emotional, but I think it might have been like grief.
Sure. Of
and
course.
my chest was heaving.
Uh-huh. Oh, I love it. You had some good energy work because craniosacral work is energy work, in my opinion. There's more of a manipulation going on right at that occiput, axis area. It's beautiful. Well, go ahead. Please finish.
No, so I'm kind of like, this is kind of a checkup.
Oh, okay. Well, you do have a leak in your root chakra, which does govern the sciatic nerves. Now, the sciatic, and you don't have a leak anywhere else in your energy system, which is brilliant, right? Like, good job. Excellent. Your third eye is stunning. The sciatic nerve is all about letting go. And so it sounds like when you went and had that beautiful session with the chiropractor, you really let go. You had these spontaneous experiences where you wept and trembled and all beautiful things, right? Just gorgeous, beautiful things. I would use, and I don't know what if question you were using, but what if I continue to let go? What if it's safe to let go? I think that's even a better one, but you can use both. What if it's safe for me to let go? Because that's why we hold on, because we're trying, and it's really not about this lifetime, which we're going to be interviewing Ainsley McLeod next week. He's written a whole bunch of books on past lives. We've interviewed him before. He's even hosted the show once when I was traveling. And he's doing all this really cool stuff on narcissism, which I found fascinating to listen to. So we're going to be talking to him next week about it. But he talks about, and I completely agree with him, not that we have to agree with anyone, but that this lifetime we're working on historical aspects and previous lifetimes. And things happen in this current lifetime that trigger these past life situations. And so a lot of times we don't know what we're letting go of. We might have an idea, but it doesn't seem as horrific as the energy that seems to be trapped in our body regarding it or in our cellular memory. Especially when you've changed your life and you've moved forward and you're no longer experiencing life the way you used to. Like, why do I have to still let go? Well, it's because of a past life situation. And when we hold on to something, it's because that was our resolution about how to stay safe. If I only do this and I don't do that, or then I'm going to be safe. But that's a holding on, right? That's a control. That's an inner control. So that's what you're learning to do, is to let go. And good job. Great job.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I love the new what if. It totally, I can feel things in my body.
Great.
Yeah, especially words. And that definitely was like, oh yeah, that's a brilliant next step.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, have a beautiful day. Maybe we'll see you at the jazz music next week.
Yeah, I've got it on my calendar.
Perfect. All right. Have a good day.
Thanks. You too.
Thanks, Teresa, for calling in from Lake Forest Park to the north. I will get my bearings straight.
Really close to my house.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll take Allie, who's calling in from the Maryland area. So, hi, Allie.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Allie. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Lovely. Thank you. What can we do for you?
So I'm calling about my 6-month-old son.
Okay.
But before my real question, and just like the first caller, I wanted to do a really super quick check-in on my root chakra because
it's mixed.
I came to see you.
Oh, really?
Post surgery, which was amazing. And I know you told me it was pretty bad, and like my grid was almost non-existent. So
Wow,
I just wanted to check in and see if it's any better.
Unfortunately, I can't remember my sessions. Like if I saw a picture of you, I would maybe remember. Once I stand in front of someone, or if we were to talk for like 10 minutes, it might come back to me. But yeah, I drew out your root chakra first. It's mixed. You have energy moving in, you have energy moving out, but you had a surgical procedure and it worked. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I saw you post surgery.
Oh,
I wasn't, I was kind of stagnant, with my recovery. So.
Oh, good. I'm so glad it helped.
Apparently you helped me a lot with that.
Yay. I'm so glad. It's my absolute pleasure. And just so you know, whenever I'm working on a kid, I'm working on a mom and or a dad. I know we were recently talking about, certain business things at work. And I was talking to my assistant, Jen. I go, yeah, kids, I really should get paid double for it, which of course I will not charge double for children, but because I'm really working on the whole family, because it's children are, what's going on with them is a product of you, like our pets. Like when our pets are having issues, it's usually a product of what's going on in the family. Isn't that interesting?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So tell me about your beautiful 6-year-old.
I was going to say, that's funny that you gave me that, little synopsis, because I was going to ask about my 6-month-old's
6
energy.
months. Okay. Yeah.
If you have any insight on it or how to handle it, but
is this your first child?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to say condolences to you. Actually, this is something else we were talking about, because I'm thinking about getting another dog someday in the future. I don't know when, but I would love to have 2 dogs. And for those people who've never had kids and they get a puppy, it's pretty jarring, right? Like potty training them and making sure they don't eat things and not eat your carpeting and, all kinds of stuff. But it goes away in like 3 to 6 months. With children, it's about 2 years, maybe 2.5 to 3 years. So it's exhausting, right? So
thank goodness.
Okay, go ahead. Now I won't interrupt you.
No, you're fine. My husband has called in before, and you told him he had like an unhealthy amount of energy streaming through him.
Ooh.
So I was wondering if my son inherited that, or maybe how I can help him get it all out. I just feel like he's got more than most kids.
He does.
His age.
He actually has a lot of what I would call nervous energy. So his neurological system, which is probably something similar to his dad, is like overstimulated. Are you vaccinating him on schedule?
We delayed it a little bit.
Good. That's what I want you to do. I'm not against vaccines, all of them. Well, no, I don't like the HPV one. I don't think anyone should get that vaccine. I don't think it's healthy at all. But I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I think they should be done in limitations. But for kids, I think in the United States, we vaccine them way too early with way too many vaccines at one time. And I don't think children's immune systems or even their neurological system is mature enough to handle, the bombardment of extra mercury and or aluminum, which is always the part of traditional vaccines, not the new COVID ones like the Moderna and the Pfizer. They don't have that. The Johnson & Johnson does, right? So I would really space them out with your son. And I would also, if you write into the website, energyintuitive.com, we'll send you a link to a naturopath who recommends homeopathic remedies for kids to get over the hump of vaccinations for infants and on. I bought a bunch of her stuff off the website and gave it to all my kids, and they're very thankful for when they do vaccinate their children. So you're right. His neurological system is hyper. And so are you breastfeeding right now too?
No.
Okay. So I was just going to say no caffeine for mom, even though you need it when you're here. No caffeine for mom when you're breastfeeding kids who have sensitive neurological systems, which he does. He needs lots of soothing. He needs quiet time. He needs to realize that quiet is actually good for him, if that makes sense. Okay.
That's more my vibe, so I'm good.
Yeah, good job. You're doing a great job. And one of the things that I love, this is what you could do when you, let's say you're putting him down for a nap or rocking him or whatever. I was rocking my 1-year-old grandchild on Friday night to jazz, and I kind of did it on purpose, Benny. You're going to think this is funny because Mina doesn't like jazz. She doesn't like it at all. I love jazz. So I was rocking Lucian when he woke up.
Why not? It's like a cornerstone for all music.
She thinks it's kind of crazy. She does. She likes.
Come on.
I know.
Let me talk to her.
Okay, you can talk. I've tried, but you can talk to her.
It's different.
It is different. You love music.
Let me at it.
So when I was rocking Lucian back to sleep, he woke up an hour after they left. I made sure it was to jazz music, and he loves music. As soon as you say Alexa, he puts his head on your shoulder and cuddles up because he knows he's going to be, soothed back to sleep. Isn't that the sweetest thing ever?
Yeah.
But what I want you to do is to rub your baby's head or back when you're putting him to sleep. And I want you to say something like, every day in every way. What's his name? Your son's name? Hello?
Every day in every way.
Yeah. And then put his name in there. Every day in every way. Your son's name. Luca gets better and better and better. And you say that like 4, 5, 10 times, as many times as you want. And then you can say, Luca's neurological system is calm and relaxed and flows beautifully throughout his body, because children can be brainwashed. Hello. And what we want to do is, and of course, nobody likes that term, but I do. We want to brainwash them to be healthy and happy and fulfilled. And then I always used to say, Luca's a happy, healthy boy. Luca will always be successful. I said this to my children until they were teenagers. Now they want me to do it again. Now that they're all in their 30s, like, Mom, could you rub my hair like you used to and say that phrase? Yeah. So do that with Luca, but put in the neurological thing for him so that his system can run smoother than his dad's.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay. Have a lovely day.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks very much for joining the show today. 877-825-8828 is the number for the show, the Marie Manuchehri Show. If you're just tuning in listening, we are at our first break of the hour already. Marie, can you believe it?
No.
I can't either. We'll be right back with more from Marie.
Hello, this is Marie Manuchehri, and I'm so excited to announce that I'm going to be teaching a 12-week mediumship coaching program. This is a course I've been wanting to teach for a very, very, very long time. It is something that is near and dear to my heart. I never knew I would be a medium. Never even occurred to me yet. It is something I get to experience every single day with every client and every class that I work with. It's perfect and wonderful for you to be able to do the very same thing, to communicate with loved ones that you haven't seen for a long time that live on the other side, because they're always communicating with you. But your energy needs to shift and change and expand so that you can hear them or see them or feel them or all of the above. So I hope you can join me beginning on Mondays, September 13th through November 29th. I'm extremely excited, obviously, so that you can create your own unique, beautiful, amazing interaction with the multisensory world. For more information, join me at energyintuitive.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Flace with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. If you own firearms, it's your responsibility to make sure they're always stored safely. Hiding them in a closet or drawer is not enough. Kids know where they are. Research shows the risk of injury and death is lower if guns are stored unloaded and locked up, with the ammunition locked in a separate place. This is important when children are young, as well as when they grow into teenagers. For more, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Wait, hold up. I know what you're thinking. What's up with Marie's vibrational coaching program and how it's been doing? Well, here are some new graduates of the program to explain their recent experiences.
Marie's energy vibrational coaching class has had a huge impact on me. I've learned how to tune into my energy and in particular have learned how to quickly recognize when my energetic vibration drops. Then I use one of the many easy tools we learned from Marie to raise it back up again. It feels so great.
Marie's vibrational coaching class was the missing piece I needed to help me act on my dream of starting a business, which moved me to take inspired action.
Marie's vibrational coaching class was awesome. The structure of the class covers Marie's insights, Q&A, small breakout session, and creates insight and new ways of thinking. I built great friendships from that class, and I learned a lot.
Marie Manuchehri's vibrational coaching class is beautifully designed. There are so many things you can share with others, and it's just a lot of fun.
So if this excites you and you want to learn how to raise your vibration and create a life of your dreams, Marie's next vibrational coaching course begins September 15th and runs through December 8th and meets every Wednesday. For more information about the program, visit energyintuitive.com to learn more.
Easy on the ears, good for the soul. Alternative Talk 1150.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're live here in really, really pretty, little chilly Seattle. I think it was 59 degrees when we drove in.
It's getting a little more crisp at night, and you can smell the fall.
I know. It's lovely. I could hear the
The
coyotes
pumpkin
last
spice
night.
being thrown around all the restaurants and baristas. Ugh, I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan of it.
You're not a fan of pumpkin
No.
spice? Oh, okay. Well, I'll make sure not to wear that perfume into. I don't wear perfume,
You
but
have pumpkin spice?
no.
Perfume? Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I almost was like, you can get out. No, I'm just
that
kidding.
is so
I would never,
funny.
ever, no, like,
That is so
I feel like
funny.
it is in everything, though.
Well, yeah, it is like the fall.
That's why I was
spice.
like, I almost believed you on that one. I'm so gullible too sometimes.
So
I'm like,
cute. So cute. Okay, and just some reminders.
Yes.
Medium coaching for September through November is sold out, but we do have a waiting list because some people do cancel. And hey, you never know, you might get in. I have some notes here. Jen wants me to repeat here on the
she's
air.
staring at you like,
Right.
please do it.
Please do it. Vibrational coaching people, we have one seat left, but check. You should also check your promotional folders if you're a Gmail user. Then financial freedom, we have 7 seats left, and important details about Zoom registration have been sent out. Additional emails regarding course workbooks and class downloads will be sent next week. And a psychic coaching for the winter you have plenty of seats left. Also, an energy healing coaching for the winter, so that'll be super fun. As everyone knows, our Greece retreat is sold out, but we do have a waiting list for that too because we won't be flying out till next July, or June actually. When is that retreat? Yeah, June 27th through July 3rd. That's going to be super fun. It'll be interesting to see where the world is next summer and all of our unique experiences. Okay, so we're taking calls again.
We are. And we'll now travel down to Texas. And we have Amber standing by. So hi, Amber. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi, Amber. How are
Hello,
you?
there.
I'm doing good.
Good.
About the earlier, I don't think I count because I was born and raised here, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
No, you
Weird things
count. You
going on.
count. Everyone counts.
Everyone
Yeah.
counts.
But we just hope everyone gets to have whatever health choices
Yes.
they want for their bodies, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I do agree.
Yes.
All right.
So what can
And
I
my little part of town doesn't seem to be the Wild West, but that's
Oh,
just
that's
me.
so nice. No, I love that. One of my kids went to school in Lubbock, Texas. And although it was probably a little more wild than I recognized when I visited there, I had so much fun when I was there. So I had a great time. Okay, so what can I do for you?
Any messages from my spirit guides and any direction that you might see in career?
So what are you doing right now for work?
I'm finished up my classing. I got certified in actually hypnotherapy, which I love.
Beautiful. So why don't you do that?
Honestly, just scared.
Great answer. And I love that you have the awareness of it. So I think we need a what if question because you said 2 things. One, first of all, I love hypnotherapy. I've actually had some private sessions with hypnotherapists and have found it to be extremely effective. Extremely effective. I think it's excellent. So I think it's a great modality. And you said you love it. That's the ding, 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 ding. When you get educated in something that you love, that's like winning the lottery. So I think you have to work on the fear part. And you know what I think you're afraid of? You may have your own ideas, but I think you're afraid of success. I think you're terrified of being successful. And of course, go ahead.
No, I would completely agree with you, actually.
Right? Isn't that so funny? We always think we're afraid of the worst case scenarios, but really humans are afraid of doing well and having a wonderful life and having healthy partners. Like humans we're like cockroaches. We know how to do things broke, lonely, sick, bankrupt, divorced. We know how to get through life
Yeah.
but we're not really great at just thriving. So here's your what if question. You don't have to mention work. What if I easily thrive? What if thriving is fun for me? And you don't have to think about work because this would be for all of your life, but obviously we're doing this for your career. Right? And I want you to say those two what if questions or whichever ones you decide to create multiple times a day, and don't stop, because even as you make some progress in your career, you might contract if you stop using the what if question. I want you to keep going until maybe a few years from now, when things are just clipping along in ways that you could have never imagined. Okay. How does that sound?
No, it sounds really good. It falls along what I've been doing, because I've been doing a lot of choosing again, being really aware of my thoughts and where they sit. So yeah, that's
great,
really helpful. And I know my guides are around me. I see double numbers and triple numbers all the time. But
so when you're seeing the double or triple numbers, and this is for everyone who's listening, that is your guides communicating to you. And typically the communication means that they really loved what you're thinking about in that moment, or a few moments prior, or they love what you were doing. They're supporting you. They're offering, good job. We love this. You have 8 spirit guides, which means you are very lucky. So you're meant to be lucky. You're meant to be fortunate. And it would be great if you fully embraced that and allowed the universe to help you on many, many deep levels to allow the fortune of your life to continue to flow.
Awesome. Well, you did a lot of help with that. I did take your financial freedom course.
Great.
And I feel like that was the catalyst to start on this journey of realizing that I'm worthy of it.
Yes. And thank you so much for taking that course. One of the things we're going to be approaching in that course coming up, when is that again? In September. So this month, actually. Wow. We're going to be focusing on not just, I have to have a career to make this amount of money, which of course is what we focused on anyway, but we're going to really focus on what everyone wants to create is financial freedom. Everyone wants financial freedom. Everyone wants the freedom to go do what they want to do. And then whatever they're doing work-wise, if they work in the world, something that's fulfilling. That's financial freedom, doing things that we love. And so you've already found your thing. You already finished your education. We're very excited for you. You will be successful. There's no doubt in my mind whatsoever.
Well, I thank you so much. And
you're welcome.
I absolutely am thankful for what you do.
Oh, thank you so much. And we're feeling that way about all the things you're doing too. So have a beautiful day in Texas. We're all sending our love to the entire South.
Yes.
Not just Texas. You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Amber, for joining the show. 877-825-8828 is the number. And we'll take now Melanie calling in from the Chicagoland area. So hi, Melanie.
Hi.
Hi, Melanie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm so excited. I actually got on.
Yay! Is this your first time calling in?
It is. I've been listening to you for quite a few years. I've read your books.
First time, long time. I love that. First time, long time.
Super excited to get on.
Yay. Well, thank you for all the support and for, I'm so glad that if any of those things helped you in any way, we are eternally grateful. And that is wonderful. So what can I do for you today?
Well, originally, I had actually called in a few weeks ago trying to get through. I wanted to kind of get maybe a feeling on my health, but I have so many questions. So I kind of just want to leave it to you and you figure out what it is that I need to know.
Okay. So I drew out your energy. All of your chakras, except for 2, are taking in an energy, which is excellent. And one of them that's not, it is actually, the third one is actually taking it in, but it has that pass through that I often talk about, where energy is constantly moving into the vortex, but it's constantly moving out, this pass through, which doesn't make the third chakra relax. It makes it more tense. And the third chakra is most energy, teachers or spiritualists say the third chakra is the most powerful chakra in the body. I disagree. I think it's the 5th. Yours is taking in tons of energy, and we can feel your energy. Feels fabulous. But the third chakra does govern the immune system and really powerful organs. So I would continue to work on self-love, just really loving yourself. You do have a leak in your 4th. So my question would be so those are the two chakras where the energy isn't flowing as well as you would like it to, or I should say, as well as all the rest of your chakras, which are doing an amazing job. Have you had any recent loss in your life? And it doesn't have to be a death, it could be you moved or somebody you love moved or,
Yes. But there's also been some, I wouldn't say physical, but more just emotional.
Sure. Yeah. Emotional loss. And so how are you dealing with it? Because your heart chakra is not dealing with it very well.
Yeah. I'm not really, I don't even know if I would call it a loss. It's more of this relationship just seems to be a little strained right now.
Oh, okay. So you're in a relationship or a relationship of some sort and it's strained. And so I can tell you your heart chakra is concerned. There's fear, there's anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys able to have a conversation?
I'm not so sure.
So that means no, in my opinion, because either you are or you aren't, right? It's like there's not a lot of wiggle room in life, in my opinion. It's either you are having a conversation or you're not having a conversation. So is this like a partner or a friend, if you don't mind me?
It's my son.
Oh, no wonder it's hard.
Yeah. He's I guess just to share, he's been in and out of rehab for several years.
I'm
he's
so
been doing
sorry.
Really well for the last year and a half. He's been doing really well, but some things have just come up where I kind of
you're curious,
and I'm just not so sure. So I feel like the relationship is a little strained on my part, and I myself am trying to figure out whether it's just me being mom and overly cautious, or if it's something that I do need to be concerned about.
I think it's a little of both. I actually think you're very intuitive. When I drew out your third eye, I mean, you have so many grid lines. So you're extremely intuitive. And I think your spidey senses have picked up on something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he might be feeling it too. Like, oh, she's feeling something. And I don't think anything's happened. I just think there are some potential openings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
This is a very weird analogy, but this is what my guides are showing me. When I had a fence put in the backyard for Charles, my dog, the fence people didn't bring the metal that I ordered, the chain link fence to put in the back. They didn't bring it totally to close near the wood. And he could have got his head stuck, right? So I actually had to put something up there until they came a couple weeks later because they were too busy. And then they fixed it. So I feel like there's an opening where there's a possibility your son could, like my dog, get his head stuck in between the fences, right? And so I think you're doing a great job monitoring him, but here's what we need to do, because worrying doesn't actually help any situation. And you can help your son by energetically changing your energy. That could help the fence. I know this is a very weird analogy, but that's just what they're showing me, and they won't stop. So you have to start using positive what if questions. What if my son is doing incredibly well? What if his skill set of keeping himself healthy and grounded and positively moving in his life is fantastic? I want you to start using positive what if questions, because you have really strong energy and you will send beautiful energy to him that could help him to stay away from that part of the fence, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want you to stop doing this. I want you to do what if questions all day long, because there's a part of you that loves curiosity, almost like crime novels. And so you're looking and looking and looking and looking, and I don't want you to put energy in that direction.
Yeah, no, you actually just totally pinpointed my whole attitude about life. I'm looking for stuff.
Yeah, don't.
I am a little detective, and that is actually my emoji.
Right. And I think it's good to have an awareness when the energy shifted, but you don't want to keep looking for more evidence of negativity. That's when you really want to pour on the positive juice.
Right. Okay.
All right, great. Lovely. Okay, so now you've got your homework.
Absolutely.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you. You too.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Melanie, for joining us. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. One more before our last break.
Sure.
All right, let's do it. And we will travel to New York, and we have Renee joining us. Hi, Renee.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're good.
We are lovely. How's New York? Are you guys okay with the flooding? that's been there?
Yeah, it was a little crazy because that's not really what we do here.
No, we don't either.
So true.
But at least every one of my family and friends are good.
That's good.
Wonderful.
Good to
We're
hear.
very happy to hear that. So what can I do for you?
So Marie,
Yeah.
first, thank you for everything you do. Let's start there. But
Of course.
I've been feeling really anxious, right? It's like this kind of impending doom and like this pit in my stomach and am I in trouble? And I don't know. And you mentioned it earlier about like past lives, and it really hit home the idea of like, what'd you say? Like kind of like you start playing small because you want to be safe.
Right.
And I know that there's this bigness in me and
Huge.
this bigness in life. And I feel so I'm starting to cry. I feel so suffocated because do I need medicine? Like, I don't know why I don't know how to control the thoughts and how to kind of harness my power and stop thinking the worst thing and being so scared, like I'm going to get in trouble or something's going wrong,
Right. So it sounds like, believe it or not, I think you're on the right track, by the way, because one of the things we have to learn to do is to manage our minds. Humanity has to learn to not listen to their brain. And what a lot of human beings believe, and the reason why I always use the word human beings or the phrase is because I see spirit guides and departed ones. And I mean, they're a part of my everyday experience. I'm always dividing everyone up into groups and saying, I'm not talking about you. And I'm mostly talking about humans all the time anyway. So I think you've reached a pinnacle point where actually things are about to expand exponentially for you.
Ooh.
And you're scared, and I can't say the word on the air. You know what? That word.
Thank you.
That is like poop.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Because Benny has to go back and edit if we swear. He has to like go and take care of everything, which takes a long period of time to go find that word, in an hour of taping.
I make a note of it.
I'm
way ahead of you.
He's much smarter. Yeah, he's a very wise guy.
Yeah,
he's been doing this for a while.
Yeah, right.
So your perception, and a lot of people have this perception when things are about to expand, because it's scary. Your being starts to get anxious, worried, fear starts to come up, because expansion, again, is really what we're most afraid of. Most human beings are afraid of evolution. We're good at control and putting our heads in the sand and like, nothing's wrong, I'm fine. No, I'm okay. So I think something really good is coming around the corner. And what I would recommend that you do, and this is imperative, that you stop your mind. And I know it seems like you can't, but you can. Every human being can impregnate their brain with beautiful language and words and self-love and self-kindness. It takes practice. It's like watering a garden. You have to fertilize it. You have to take out the weeds. You have to put water on it, and you have to give it sunshine appropriately. And you have to cut it back in the fall, like one of my garden helpers will be doing for me this year. So that's what I want you to work on, because what most people think is that their brain has no off button and there's no break, and that's not true. So this is your time to distract yourself, to say loving things to yourself, to be very self-nurturing, to and do that, and don't stop, so that this expansion of light that is heading directly towards you will really send you into a phenomenal new place of consciousness and experience.
Well, yeah, that's good news. I feel lighter already.
Great. And I don't want you to stop. And a lot of people think that when you're a spiritualist and you have this, career and you've helped all these people, that you don't do any inner work. And that is complete. The other word I can't use, that starts with bull.
Again, thank you.
Yeah, that is not true. We do all the things that we teach people to do. We can't have our growing success if we don't. I manage my mind all day long. I only allow it to the very best of my ability to have positive thoughts. I have lots of internal conversations with it, like leave it, like I do to Charles, my dog, when he's, got something in his mouth he's not supposed to have. I say, leave it very nicely. You want to be nice to your brain, because if I yelled at Charles, that's not going to be effective. It's going to make him sad. So I say, leave it, good boy. Then I give him a treat. And that's what I want you to do to your brain all day long, forever, for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Thank
you so much.
You're welcome. Have a gorgeous day in New York.
All right. You too.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Renee, for joining the show. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We are at our last break of the hour, but we're going to take away to the break with some, music from Jen.
Ooh, okay, great.
It's Mina, right? The one that's
my youngest? Yeah, who doesn't
so
like
maybe
jazz?
This will help.
Yeah,
we'll
cool.
see if this will help. We'll be right back with more from Marie. So what does it mean to be financially free? Yeah, I would be too if I heard that. It also means that you are able to flow healthy energy into the balance regarding your wealth. And once you do this, your life will rarely, if ever, experience financial shortcomings. You will naturally save your cash when needed and spend resources at the perfect time, regardless of what you are purchasing. Discounts and healthy investment opportunities will effortlessly drift your way. You will also learn the art of dancing with the energy of money, so it may always be comfortable for you. If you don't believe me, well, here's one of the participants from the coaching program and what they experienced.
I had just begun a new business, and in the span of 8 weeks, my client base was multiplied exponentially, and I have to thank Marie for all of that.
So if you'd like to join this financial freedom coaching program, visit Marie's website at energyintuitive.com. Also, a self-hypnosis meditation recording is included to enhance the learning process and rebuild healthy belief systems regarding finances. The Financial Freedom Coaching Program at energyintuitive.com.
Disability is not inability. A person's ability may be different, but still an ability, no matter one's race or age, no matter one's physical or mental condition. We all have limitless possibilities. For more than 100 years, Easter Seals has helped the 1 in 4 people with disabilities in America live, work, learn, and play. I'm Angela Williams, CEO of Easter Seals.
Visit easterseals.com to help.
Hello, this is Marie Manuchehri, and I'm so excited to announce that I'm going to be teaching a 12-week mediumship coaching program. This is a course I've been wanting to teach for a very, very, very long time. It is something that is near and dear to my heart. I never knew I would be a medium. Never even occurred to me, yet it is something I get to experience every single day with every client and every class that I work with. It's perfect and wonderful for you to be able to do the very same thing, to communicate with loved ones that you haven't seen for a long time that live on the other side, because they're always communicating with you. But your energy needs to shift and change and expand so that you can hear them or see them or feel them or all of the above. So I hope you can join me beginning on Mondays, September 13th through November 29th. I'm extremely excited, obviously, so that you can create your own unique, beautiful, amazing interaction with the multisensory world. For more information, join me at energyintuitive.com.
Find our app in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and take us with you wherever you go. Alternative Talk AM 1150.
That was lovely. Thank you so much.
So apparently this is what she doesn't like.
She doesn't like it.
We like it.
She doesn't like it too crazy. You know, she loves the Beatles. She loves Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
You know, she thinks she was born in the wrong generation. Actually, she wasn't. She's such an activist, although she could have been an activist in the 50s or the 60s, of course, that I think she was born in the perfect generation to be a woman. She's a lawyer, you know, and she does human rights work. So I think she's born at the perfect moment, personally. Okay. Who do we have waiting for us?
We have Gail waiting for us, calling in from the Redmond area, which is just outside Seattle. Hi, Gail.
Hi.
Hi, Gail. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Great. What can I do for you?
Yes, I have a question. I have a conflict with my sister-in-law. We don't talk for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to be like sisters. And
oh,
now the
I'm
holidays
sorry.
are coming, I know. And I created this family conflict or family drama, and I'm open for suggestions.
You created it? The family conflict, you said?
Yeah, like we cannot do the holidays together now.
And why is that? Do you know why?
Why what?
Why you can't do the holy days together?
Because we don't talk to each other?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Well, and this is the hard part. When you change, because you changed, Gail, you're different now. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah.
And so when we grow and expand, we change. And
Yeah.
and some people love the way we change, and some people don't like the way that we change. And once you change, you have a total different perception about reality. And I think you're one of those people, because I'm very much like that as well. I share my perception that I have with others. And when you do that and other people are in complete disagreement with you, they kind of try to kick you out of their life because first of all, they're shocked. You weren't like that last time they talked to you.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what they feel like. But change occurs over a period of time. It doesn't just happen one day. It feels like it, but it happens over a period of time. And they weren't paying attention. They weren't listening. They actually didn't know you. You may not have known yourself as well. I'm sorry that you're feeling so sad about it, but can you go find some other people to celebrate the holy days with, please? People that you don't have to pretend that you're someone else, because that's what happens when you change and the people around you don't like it. You have to, if you want to continue a relationship with them, you have to pretend that you're not who you are anymore. You have to pretend, you have to go backwards. At least for an hour. I know, and you don't want to. Good for you. No. I think that's lovely. So you need new friends to go celebrate the holy days with.
But I feel that my kids are suffering because of that.
I think your kids are fine, honestly. I mean, well, you could let the kids go with her and her family to the holy days if you want to, and then you can go take some yoga classes or whatever you want to take while the kids are at holy days. What do you think about that?
I might be jealous, but maybe.
Or you may not. You might go, this feels really nice.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm actually glad your kids are not in such a close proximity with some of their family, because those relationships were very stifling, and there was old culture that your kids actually don't want to have integrated into their belief system. So everything's working great. Your kids chose you before they reincarnated, knowing, ooh, our mom is probably going to change her belief system while we're still living with her, or while we still have a tight relationship with her. This is great because we don't want that belief system when we get older. Believe it or not, souls have these huge conversations before they incarnate, and there's free will, because
what's the belief system that you're talking about that changed?
It's less female male restriction. It's
less female male restriction.
Yeah. So less, traditional roles. Your kids don't want those traditional roles. And so that means that they need to have an open-minded parental unit, or at least one person in the family that's different. Because when everyone comes together and they continue these traditions that also have participants that are playing these old roles, children learn, oh, this is how we're supposed to be. This is what a relationship looks like. This is how a woman acts. This is how a man acts. And your kids don't want those traditional roles.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So nothing's wrong. I just think you should let the kids go to holy days, at least one of them, and you go to yoga, go meditate in the park, go on a bike ride with your friends. I mean, Benny would love that. Just go hang out and have some fun and see how you feel about it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a gorgeous day.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, Gail, for joining us.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of a common thing that happens.
Yeah. And Redmond has the Burt Gilman Trail.
It does. Yes. The gorgeous. They call that the bike city. They have a cute little bike.
They do.
Underneath their big sign.
Did they dress them up like they do in
Kirkland?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
I don't believe so.
Maybe they do, and we just not
noticing
it.
Okay.
Right. All right. 877-825-8828. And we'll take now Rachel calling in from Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Hello. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Be on with you both.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Well, Marie, I would love some guidance related to business and work. I've been trying to do the entrepreneur thing for ever since my children were born, and I've had a lot of stops and starts, and I get so many intuitive and creative ideas, and some of them I try and run with. But I haven't yet gotten to the place where it feels sustainable and clear and like I'm making a big impact.
Right. So the problem is not your entrepreneurism. It's actually your relationship with money. It's your relationship with wealth. That's really the problem, which is what we're going to be talking about in that financial freedom class. In terms of, I want people to work on focusing on financial freedom, right? Versus what do I do to make the money that I need to make that feels good to me, right? So I want you to start. I want you to work on your relationship with wealth. And you have, you like money. At least that's what I see. Like you look at it and you go, oh, pretty, which is how I want you to look at it, like that way. I want you to go, pretty. But then you have this lack of belief that you're worthy and deserving of having wealth. And so that's the issue with your relationship. So let's start using some what if questions, like what if I'm worthy and deserving of financial freedom?
Okay.
Okay.
And okay. And so, and by doing that, that will help give me more clarity or bring in the wealth through whatever means.
Right. So what will happen when you use a what if question and it works in your body, which of course, that's why I like to go general, like financial freedom versus, what if I make $200,000 next year, right? Or whatever. Like, I think general is better than being too specific, because when we're too specific, we activate the ego and then we go into fear and we lower our vibration and it doesn't work. But when you use a what if question that actually expands your energy, the energy will then also go into the subconscious mind and you begin to create beliefs. And that's what needs to happen, is you need to have a belief system in the subconscious mind that says that you are worthy and deserving of financial freedom.
Okay.
And your body likes that what if question. So don't try to figure things out. Yes, you are right. The wealth will come, or if you need, I don't think you need more new ideas. Honestly, I think you have really good ideas. I just think you need to recognize that you're worthy and deserving of wealth. Isn't that interesting?
Okay. It is. Because I've been thinking, am I doing like the wrong path and I need to not focus on this or focus on a new thing, but the beliefs are what?
Yeah, I think you've looked at some things that would be actually really good for you. You know, you like fun. And so when you've made decisions, you've gone, well, that would be fun. So that's very smart. You might get some clarity about, oh, I'm going to really focus on this one, or, oh, this one would work better for me. Or you might get some clarity like that, but I don't think you're going to have to make any major, huge shift. We're just having you make a huge shift in your relationship with wealth. That's how people get to financial freedom, is working on the relationship with wealth, if that makes sense. Just like people who want love in their life, whether it's friends or lovers or relatives, and they need to work on their ability to receive love, to feel safe in love, to be vulnerable. Okay. And keep us posted. I want to know what happens.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thanks, Rachel. Have a lovely day. And was it North Carolina?
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
The Carolinas are gorgeous,
amazing,
by the way.
amazing,
Super pretty.
amazing. And we have time for one more, so we'll take
just one?
We do. We're at the end of the show. Elizabeth from Seattle, so local gal. Hi, Liz.
Oh, hi, Marie.
Hi, Elizabeth. How are you?
I'm pretty good. My question is, can you contact either of my parents on the other side?
Sure, I can contact both of them. Do you have a birthday coming up, or did you just have one?
Just had one. Yeah.
Okay, because they're showing me a birthday cake right away. And I'm usually within 6 weeks. Like, it was within the last 6 weeks you had your birthday, or it'll be in the next 6 weeks. So did you fall in that 6-week timetable?
Yeah.
Great. So they're both there. Your parents are hysterical, by the way, because they kind of give me the feeling that maybe, and you can disagree with anything I say, maybe they weren't the best of friends when they were in their bodies. But on the other side, they are your cheerleaders. So they have this huge cake. It reminds me of the Dairy Queen round ice cream cakes, but even bigger, right? Yeah. So it's big. And they have it covered with candles. They're all lit. It's kind of like a fire could happen, like it's so big. And then I see them standing on the opposite end of the cake and just blowing you kisses, like,
oh,
blowing you. They're very proud of you. They love that you think outside of the box, despite the fact that they worked really hard to make you think inside the box. They said that your light on the other side is so bright. And they often say, that's our daughter's light, when they're talking to other, beings on the other side. That's our daughter's light. Look at her light. That's our daughter's light. Yeah. So they love you very, very, very much. And they wish you the happiest birthday year ever.
grateful to have both of them. They were a treasure.
And did they get along?
Yeah, they did pretty much. You know, when there were 5 of us kids, and you know, they had issues with, you know, my dad was in the service, but they basically got along better, I think, as they got older.
As they got older. Okay. Well, it's even better now on the other side.
Oh, good.
They wink at each other and blow kisses.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're very playful. Yeah. You were very lucky, by the way.
I was very lucky.
Very lucky. Good parents.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Have a lovely day. And we thank all of our listeners for tuning in again for another show here on Marie Manuchehri, where energy and medicine meet. We wish you joyful blessings and tons of self-love. Bye-bye for now.